Good morning, welcome to today's RC Coffee Chat. Now, we only have 2 topics for you this morning, and I'll give you a heads up, I need to be gone in 15 minutes time. So we do have a timer with me here this morning. I've got to go up to Birmingham today, and as such, I need to be on a bus by 7 o'clock. So let me just move across to the chat. If you can let us know if the audio is nice and clear for me, that would be absolutely fantastic. Thank you, Stu. Do appreciate that. So what have we got on the topic list for you today? Well, I've got 2 models, both of them you kind of already know about, but one of them has been completed and the other one must be completed by Friday. In fact, I'm here on the right hand side of my screen building up a shopping list from Hobby King right now for a collection of parts which I've got to get sorted by because I need them, because I want to be flying and showing you front live from the flight line on Friday. So topic number 1 is the F3 Shadow wing. Now, she has now been completed, as I'm sure many of you have been and seen in the Facebook group. Now, big hat tip to Dave. He said about polka dots, and I thought, hang on, I've got some stickers left over from the F22. So we have gone all Frisian on her, or all camo on it, and I've been to put some stickers on there. I'll give you a quick rundown of the specs. So we've got the Corona 939 metal geared servos. Those are the 2.7 kilogram ones. We have a Cobra 2820. I've put the wrong friggin' motor on the back. I've just this second realised, bollocks. I've put the big lump, which is supposed to be on the back of this one, which is supposed to be on for the 48 wing, and I've literally just spotted it. Right now, I have a 2820 1170 kV motor, which will that tiny little prop I've got on the back of it won't be enough. So I've put the wrong motor on the back, oops daisy, but that was supposed to be a 2814 1700 kV motor. Oops, how did I manage that? I've looked at it as well, and I took photographs of it too. What a helmet. Anyway, 60 amp plush Turnigy ESC. You will notice that I've put some little cable ties just here at those recedable cable ties there on the side. We have the eSheen 526 video transmitter on the side. Runcam Owl Plus, of course. We will have the Runcam 2 on the nose. In the bay, some of that tape's come loose. I do have a little low pass filter and the antennas in there waiting for it to go, and of course the D4R2 receiver as well. And I'll quickly show you the bottom, nice and clean. Now, there were a couple of minor niggles with this model which we'll run through right now, and I've got them up on the screen. Yes, a flying cow. We could nickname her the Holy Cow. I don't know, it was Dave. So, Dave, if you look back in the chat thread in the Facebook group, you'll see Dave was suggesting about polka dots, and literally just hit me. I did have some stickers from the, the F22. So we went and grabbed those and stuck some stickers on this. That's my first model with some ad hoc stickers. Don't forget milking time. Sorry, you can see the chat which is going on above my head. So quick bit of feedback on there. I'm sure many of you have seen my flying. It only came with 1 spar to go through the centre of the model. I wasn't particularly happy about that, so I added 2 additional spars. We have one, is actually the spar out of a micro Sky Munter, so she does live on in other models, which goes all the way through the centre block. And also I have another little spar which you can see a bit of a mess I made of it there because I put it up too far in that block, but hey ho, it's done. And we got another spar in there. My major complaint really is that there's not, that battery bay looks kind of big, but you really can't cram anything more than an 1800 4S graphene pack in there. You obviously can get a 2200 pack in that of a normal C rating, but the battery bay is a bit tight. Now, I did have let's have a quick look. Oh yeah, point number 2, the arrow on the front plate was in completely the wrong place. So the Runcam isn't held down on one side because the little arrow is too far forwards, exactly where you would go and place your run cam. So that's a little bit annoying. Like all minor details, you know. Battery bay could be bigger. The core flute skid on mine was about 1/2 inch short. You can see that just there. It should go, well, ideally it would go all the way to the back, but it doesn't. What else do we ever got on there? Oh yeah, I changed the servo's position from their suggested one so that you will notice that the servo control horn goes exactly in the middle of the elevon there as well, just for maximum strength for across the whole of the surface. Now they are balsa elevons, which is definitely a nice touch. Let's have a quick look. And the motor mount as well, it was only I would say 2mm ply, and that would have been much better if it had been 4mm plywood, more meat for screws to screw into. We'll try that one for now. If it doesn't work out or it gets ripped out later, it should be really easy to change. It might be a flying pig, flying cow, it could be. But yeah, we had the stickers there, so we used them. So all minor niggles. There are loads of photos of this one in the FaceBalls group. Now, I did actually tot up. Yeah, look, I even wrote on there 2814. I genuinely did think that was the 2814 Cobra motor. I've obviously got my motors mixed up. That motor is actually meant to go on the back of the 48. 60 amp ESC, all the bits in there. Now, the kit itself was only £57, which I don't know what that works out to be in American pesos. So if you give me a second. Now, that was including UK shipping, so it's going to be a little bit different for you if you say you're in the United States or outside. That's around 71 USD. Okay, probably a little bit more as well because of the increased shipping. So we'll say about $80, maybe $85 if you're in the United States. So I thought that was utter rubbish. I've just seen that Anthony in there. So yeah. Yeah, kind of like it, but as you know, we always hold off on final judgment until we get the model in the sky. One of the biggest curiosities on this one is what impact the depth of the cord is going to have. So you can see that this is a very deep cord, which we've got on here. So it's going to be curious to see what kind of effect that has. It's yeah, it's quite a it's got quite a lot of depth to the cord, if that makes sense. Very, very curious. Right, let's move on to my favourite section of these RC Coffee Chats. It's where I get to say good morning to you. So scrolling up now. Right, a very good morning to Brian and Roddy. Good morning, Brad, as well. And of course, Turbo Tider 2. Good morning, Joe. Scrolling down, good morning Go2499, good morning Brian, good morning Henry as well, good morning Andy, fantastic to see you here this morning. Scrolling down, did I mention Joe? Joe, if I missed you, good morning. Scrolling down, Thumbs FPV, good morning. Stipmix, Ruds, good morning, so nice for you to be with us this morning. Scrolling on down, Stu, good morning. Kev, good morning. Riff, good morning as well. Scrolling down, try not to miss anybody. Good morning, Phil, and good morning, Philip. Good morning, Chris as well, and of course, Anthony too. Good morning, Colin. Scrolling down. Keep going. There's been a lot of chatting here this morning. Timothy, good morning as well. The question about Matt, when do we get to see Operation Double D? Yeah, I think I made a mistake on that one. I really should have called it Project VD, and I'm sure we will get to that one in the future. Flying Amiibo, good morning as well. Good morning, Jeff, 7Demo7. Scrolling down. Again, obviously, if I've missed your name, I do apologise. Van, good morning. Green Patches, good morning. RC Air, good morning. First Protocol, good morning. Link FPV, good morning as well. A couple of new names in here this morning, so if it's your first time here, a very good morning. I've kind of lost my place now, so yeah, I'm having issues with the scroll bar. I do apologise. Copter Deal, good morning as well. And obviously, if I've missed your name, I do apologise. Right, and also note, if you are watching the recorded version, like Alan does every morning, you can say howdy in the comments section underneath this video as well. Now, that's topic number 1, and we've got 5 minutes to get to topic number 2. Now, topic number 2 is the Team Legit Twinsu. Now, I've had, as many of you know, I've had the Twinsu here for far too long without getting it finished, and the bit which was holding me back was something really silly, and it was just 3 little solder joints and then tracking a cable round the back from the elevator to the receiver. I did so much on the build, and then I got stuck on that one, and then I kept meaning to go and do it and never got round to doing it. So I've dug my heels in, we're getting it finished, and it's going to be live on the flight line on Friday for you. Okay, so as many of you, I hope most of you saw, we did some live flight line fun on Sunday. Absolute beautiful day. We are going to be repeating that on Friday, and we will be live from the flight line. So we get a couple of flights in, we muck around, and you get kind of like the raw me, if that makes sense. So that's my challenge, to get this model finished so that we can get out and get it flying for Friday. Now, the Twinsu comes from Team Legit. A wingspan is currently unknown for me right now. I'm not entirely sure. It's less than a meter off the top of my head. I'm just quickly scrolling down the specs. I can't actually see the wingspan on there. But the bit which separates this model is because it's got twin booms on the front, and everybody likes a pair of doodads on the front, don't they? So I'm going to be running a pair of Emax 20, I think they're 2300 kV red bottom motors. They might be 2600 kV motors on the bottom. So yesterday, as I'm sure many of you saw in the Facebook group, it literally about 7:30 last night, I used up the can of paint which I had here for her. So I rushed off to Whole Foods, which is just a car parts accessory place here in the United Kingdom, and took a nice big photo of all the paints down the aisle, and grabbed the can which I was after. Also picked up a can of silver as well, and also a can of bright white as well. And anyway, grabbed that, came back, gave her a damn good dosing in paint, and good news, she has already been and dried, and she is sat down here. Now, any of you which are on the live version, can you perhaps guess what colour she might be? And good morning, Scott, as well. Just seeing your new name pop up there in the chat. So if you've got any suggestions on the colour, do let us know. And good morning, Timothy, as well. Again, if you're on the live version, and maybe if you're watching the recorded version, take a guess right now. Guess. Pause. Go in the comment section. Guess what colour it might be. And Alistair, I do agree with you. No such thing as too many planes. That's cool. Yeah, that was a lot of paint, Andy. Absolutely loads. Now, I do know there is a little bit of a lag in the live version between what I'm saying and when it meets you. Flying Amiibo has gone for silver. Brad has gone for red. I like your thinking. Van has gone for red. Lauren's gone for red. Stu has gone for the correct answer, which is red, red, or red. So with that said, are you ready for this? Oh, you kind of see it already, bollocks. There we go. Twinsu. Oh, actually, as many of you know, with the Wombats, we always announce the Wombats with great intention. And I'm going to do something slightly different for the Twinsu. Instead, we're going to say the Twinsu. Complete reverse of the Wombat. Instead, we're going to call this one the Twinsu. Alright. And the reason why we're whispering is because if it's got 2 little motors on the front, it's going to be super quiet. And it's not going to be fast. Well, it's going to be fast. Yeah. But it's going to be ridiculously loud. Sorry, no, I've got it wrong. Bollocks. It's going to be ridiculously fast and super quiet compared to the Wombat, because it's a tractor configuration up here, which I've still got the whatchamacallits on it. So pull that off. I've still got the masking tape on the nose, because she literally just got painted last night. Is because it's a tractor configuration, it cuts down on noise massively from the prop. So unlike the Wombat where we had the motor mounted back here, so pusher configurations are always louder, the Twinsu is going to be much quieter. Obviously we're going to get quite a lot of whirl from those little either 2300 kV or 2600 kV motors, which we're going to stick on the front of her, but it's going to be infinitely quieter than the, and I'm sorry, OCD and me kicking in, I want to peel those bits off, it's going to be infinitely quieter. So whereas we always used to announce, and I will continue to announce the Wombat, this one is going to be known as the Twinsu, because she should be ridiculously fast and ridiculously quiet in comparison to the Wombat. So absolutely crazy. Someone's just said max prop size, it will be 6-inch maximum prop size on there, so that does give us lots of flexibility in motor choice. I do believe this model was designed around for quad pilots, those which have got spare little either 2204 or 2205, maybe even 2206 motors. And because the motor mounts are made out of, I'm sorry, really OCD is kicking in, I had to peel that off, sorry. And you've got a massive selection of motors which you can put on the front of this one, but you are restricted by the prop size. 6-inch still gives you a massive choice in propellers which you can put on this one. Quick rundown on this model. We have the Corona 939 servos all around here as well. Again, the same approach. I don't know if this is going to come out. You'll notice the placement of that servo is when the control horn, when the push rod comes in, is smack bang in the middle. Okay, that's how I worked it out, is that will come right down here in the middle of the surface for maximum torque on the model itself. I've gone with a very simple color scheme, okay, on the actual model itself, because again I'm on a timer and I want to get this one flown by Friday, but I did do a little white tip on that side. Now I did notice the paint has bled in one or two places, so we do have some white paint here and we will cheer that up. The missus is in under strict instructions. We need it laminated today. The reason being is that we've still got a little bit of wiring to do on our own. There's just a few little foam bits kicking off. I will be running the Runcam Swift Mini FPV camera on this one. I've made an extra bed on the top of the nose for the Runcam 2 as well, and that will sit just forwards and just in here on top of the camera. That pops out. I've also made a hole, which you probably you can just about see up there, which will carry the cable through for the FPV kit. The video transmitter I'm going to run up on here. Now you may be wondering, Matt, what about ESCs? And that's actually really, this is the bit which I'm like most proud of. What I've been and got on here is some, I believe it's 12 AWG cable in here. That then splits into 16 AWG cable. And so I've got two bullet connectors up either side at the bottom underneath the fuse. We've got two bays here where we'll put two 30 amp ESCs in there. You'll even see I've got holes in here for the toricles to go and sit in and to wind up any cable in there. We've got, you probably won't see them, but we've got the ESC connection wires here either side, and only one of those will be supplying power to the receiver, which will be mounted just here underneath the wings. And you'll also see I've even been cut out the tracks for the antenna, so that would be a D4R2 receiver in there. My goal was to try and keep the top as clean as possible. Now I did spoil that with the video transmitter on the top, but it was the best place for it to go. Again, up away from the noisy devices here, and then we get the antenna come out the top, and I'll do my best to make sure it's a red antenna as well to keep in with the color scheme of the model. So yeah, really looking forward to flying this one. It's been here on the workbench for far too long. It has, as you can tell by the glue stripes which are going through here, there is far too much carbon fiber in it. I even put another carbon fiber boom which goes all the way around like that. That's I think it was a 3mm by 1mm carbon fiber strip, which literally goes the whole width of the model in a bend as well, and that's really stiffened up those wings. They are super stiff. So that is the Team Legit Twinsu, and yeah, she will get laminated today. We'll be running her on 4S, of course, and we will be ripping the sky a new one with the Twinsu. So we will have the maiden live for you on Friday from the flight line. Obviously, I'll get some HD footage as well, not only on board, but also from the hat cam too. So I'm really looking forward to that. So on that note, it is time for me to wrap up. I've gone 6 minutes over my time, so I'm going to pop that one down. Now, apologies. Like I said, I need to wrap this one up. I need to leave here as soon as possible and get up to Birmingham. I need to get on a bus full of sick people and then go and chill out on a train, and they bring you a little coffee cart. Can't wait for that. And we should be seeing you around the same time tomorrow morning. So thank you everybody who's been enjoying this, and Andy, thank you for the clock as well. I did spot that in the background. I didn't realize I'd gone over so much, but I would like to say a massive thank you for joining me for today's RC Coffee Chat. Only 2 topics today. We've got the F3 Sky Shadow, the Frisian version, or the camo version. Maybe it's the snow camo version. And we also have the Team Legit Twinsu. It's in progress. We will fly it live on Friday. So with that said, I really must go. It is red because as we all know, red is the fastest colour. Now, with that said, if you have enjoyed today's RC Coffee Chat, do me a favour, hit the thumbs up underneath this video. If you have any questions or comments about either of the models which you've been and seen here this morning, please just ask. You can do that in the comments section underneath this video, or maybe over on the Facebook group. There is a link to the Rag the Nuts Off Facebook group in the video description for you. Just hit the join button in the top right hand corner and one of us will pick up your request later this morning. If it is your first time here today, I'm Matt, welcome aboard. If you've not already subscribed, underneath this video there's a red button which says subscribe. Click on that button. If you would like to be notified when the next maybe RC Coffee Chat has gone live, press the little bell icon and YouTube will notify you. So on that note, thank you everybody who has been and turned up today, and I will see you around the same time tomorrow morning. So for myself, Matt, I'll see you again shortly. Cheerios!